Hello guys, right, different style of video today. I thought I'd make this while I've been watching this. It's been going for quite a while, this trade, and longer than I expected it to, but I'm holding, and we're on the 30-minute, and we did the high, low, lower, high, lower, low thing here, and the low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, the little red candle, and then finally higher, low, higher, high, and closed above all this stuff over on the left hand side, and I'm targeting this flip zone here, and the reason that I'm holding is because I trust my indicators. Admittedly, I haven't followed this thing for that long, but I like it a lot. We're on GJ. That likes to it's got a nickname of the dragon or the beast because it's a just that, it is a beast. We have also got 3 points of 2 points of support before us, and years ago my original mentor lived by the rule of the third test generally breaks. Tricky day today because these pound pairs have moved enormously throughout the week, and traditionally, if you believe the myths and wives' tales that profit taking happens on the Friday, then it is always a possibility. But you have to just try and put that out, those sort of things out of your mind, unlearn them, because price action overrules everything, in my opinion, apart from a catastrophe or something going on in the world. So we clearly see we've got 3 levels of support down here as well, and the third failed to break. That's in a weird sort of reverse psychology way, another way to look at it. So always try to look outside the box, guys. Don't take what I say as read. Just do your own analysis, and good time to mention the disclaimer. The other thing I like about this particular setup is the time of day. It's 10:49, and what they tend to do, as you know from if you've watched my previous videos, is they will push the price to a certain point and then reverse it at the top of the hour, so that when the hour changes, I prefer to be out of my trade. So 1 minute to the hour, I would close this manually with profit if my target hadn't been hit. If I'm still keen on the higher time frames, then I'll hold and just tighten my stop to a what I call a coffee break stop, so something that's really tight. So everything's looking good. The hourly, we've got the green histo bar pullback, not as momentum filled as I'd like to see it on the 20 level, but the hourly I haven't really studied that much on this. So 5 minute, you tend to see a lot of momentum and movement up. I mean, obviously when it gets past that 20 level, the power of the move increases, so it's a good indicator from that point of view. H4, what do we know about H4? Well, H4, the reversal level is here, low, high, high, low, higher, high. So if it was going to go down, we would have to see that level there broken and closed below, and then H4, remember, is a massive time frame, so you'd expect to have a good deal of pullback to test. Well, say it closed here, you'd expect it to pull back to somewhere around here to test the old support as new resistance, and that in an hourly chart could take 2 or 3 hours, much the same as this sort of scenario here. Not quite sure whether that did close below there, but let's just say it did. Then you're going to get all this sort of scenario before potentially it reverses down, before it goes down. But you can see this is part of an uptrend anyway, so it's highly unlikely that would reverse to the downside, in my opinion. But I haven't done proper analysis on this, so that's just using that as an example of how much time you need to allow these trades to breathe, as it were. On the lower time frame, which is why I trade them, you know, you're looking at a matter of minutes on a 5-minute reversal or whatever. Here this is green and pushing through the 20 on the H4, so again a massively bullish sign for us. There's not a lot more can be said about the H4. It didn't conf down, or confirm down should I say, close and reverse. H1, again that failed to break down here. It has reversed and closed. That was a reverse and close there. Now what can we do? So on this one we'd put high, low, lower, high, lower, low. We'd put a level on there and see whether that got closed above, because remember the resistance level that forced the price down is important, because it's if it gets broken on the pullback, then it hasn't held as resistance, and it did get broken on the pullback, so that was a bullish sign. Then we've got the new situation, low, high, high, low, high, high. That failed to be closed below. They didn't attack that level. Another reason to be potentially bullish. Talking about that, low, high, high, low, high, 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 low, lower, high, and we couldn't sing the song. It never closed. So then we go on the 30-minute, and we did break and close below on the 30 there, so we needed to close above on the 30. High, low, lower, high, lower, low. The high on the 30-minute was what I talked about at the start of the video, and that's closed above, and I would have expected this to push through that level by now. We've got 6 minutes to go, so I will pause this video now, because there's not a lot more I can say. We've done the massively bullish thing on the 30-minute. Looks like it might break the 20-minute, so this would be a hold trade now through the hourly changeover, because it is looking good to go to the north side. Broken the high of that and that. That was the pullback. Again bullish. Not sure what the 15 minutes telling us. This is a bit concerning on a 15-minute. A little bit of bearishness creeping into the 15-minute momentum. So may have been a bit overexcited going for that higher profit take. Perhaps let's have a look. Should not have got greedy and just gone for that level there, but we shall see. Just looking to see whether there's any divergence now. No, that's high there, pullback, created more momentum highs. A little bit of divergence on my indicator, but I'm really this is the primary indicator for me now. This thing is just a secondary, especially with the divergence. I don't think it's as reliable. If you get, what I mean is, if you get divergence on this, it's super good. If you get divergence on, well, you won't see this, but my divergence on this is not anything like I would expect. And there we go. It's done its stuff. It is 4 minutes to 11. This is how I expected it to go. Testing that 133.50. That's why there's so many facets to entering your trades. You've got divergence, you've got the time of day, time of the hour, and then then your actual indicators doing their stuff. So yeah. and that's the trade. Well, it's quite pleasing that I didn't have to mess around at the change of the hour. We've still got 3 minutes to go before the hour. I'm going to pause this one and then come back just after the hour's change, make another coffee and see what it has done. So it turns out I was right to notice also, took it short of that line, the 133.50, and as always, try not to be greedy. What else can I say about this? Well, apart from the fact that it's crashed, what looks like from my take profit, 80 pips or so. So that's the importance of, in my opinion, getting out before that hourly candle change, and not getting greedy, you know. I don't know, I've just developed a second sense for these things over the years. What can I say? The beast, the dragon, has done its job. And let's just have a look what the indicators have done now. That was the entry, just the break of that with the lower time frame confirmations. I think I was going to say something else about this chart, but I can't remember what it was now. 5 minute. Once again, the 5 minute did the thing with the histo alert. Green, push up. Not sure whether I've already said this in this video. Pull back, break, and I don't think I was watching. That's right, I switched charts just to find a possible entry, because I was watching cable and it was just like watching paint dry this morning. I did take a short on cable, but that's for another video. So the beast has done its stuff. Daily pivots there. Oh, we were above. We'd crossed over the hourly ATMA. That might have been what I was going to say. And which Digger won on Forex Factory loves. So that's it, guys. A slightly different type of video this morning. Just a couple of trades, a couple of winners. Had a late start and had other things to get on with this morning. So I waited patiently for cable to do something and it didn't. So I decided to go with the GJ beast of a move, as they say. Should perhaps stick with that in future. But yesterday cable, about 11 winners. In fact, it was 12 winners, trading like a monster yesterday, all on cable. And that's what I wanted to mention as well. When you've done all your lines, your analysis and stuff like that on your charts, you've mapped out a plan for the day really. And you know, you can do a couple of or 2 or 3 pairs, whatever you feel comfortable with, and when you find one that looks like it's got a good example on it, I'm talking about all these lines, the highs and lows of candles and flip areas and stuff. Once you've found something that looks nice, then by all means trade the beans out of it. Alright, thanks for watching, have a good day. It's the weekend now, Friday. Have a good weekend.